Two-time Formula One world champion Fernando Alonso hasn't ruled out a switch to IndyCar for 2019 after securing the second leg of motorsport's Triple Crown this month in Le Mans. Alonso dominated the Circuit de la Sarthe with Toyota teammates Kazuki Nakajima and Sebastian Buemi for the giant Japanese marque's maiden win at Le Mans, which, with 2 Monaco victories for Renault, leaves North America's Indy 500 for the Spaniard to become just the second driver to achieve the Triple Crown after fellow double F1 world champion Graham Hill. And it remains an attractive proposition for Alonso, despite him refusing to confirm his 2019 plans just yet. With the Le Mans victory, it puts me a little closer to that target. I will think and I will see what I do next year, the 36-year-old said. Alonso would likely make his IndyCar Series return with Andretti Autosport, with whom he raced last year. The famed Triple Crown a way to cement his legacy, with another F1 World Championship now unlikely.
For any racing driver in the world to compete in the best races is the main goal. Against the best drivers and with the best and the fastest cars in the world.
Red Bull Racing driver Daniel Ricciardo has rubbished recent reports that he was approached by McLaren for a 2019 race seat. The Australian, who was a free agent at the end of the year for the first time in his F1 career, was in the headlines in the lead-up to the French Grand Prix, with news he'd received a €20 million offer from McLaren. But while Ricciardo stressed he hadn't been presented anything, he didn't rule out a future switch to the Woking squad, or even Renault, as part of a longer-term campaign to take an iconic marque back to the top. Probably depends on what Fernando does. If he goes, then I guess they'll probably want someone, a more experienced driver, to come in, Ricciardo said. Mercedes' decision to wait until France to introduce its second power unit for the season has paid off. Its 4-time F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton dominating the weekend at Paul Ricard. The German marque decided against bringing its new spec power plant to Canada earlier this month after detecting last-minute reliability issues on the dyno. But in the lead-up to France, found added performance for a 2.1 spec that Hamilton used to secure his 65th career win. Force India's Sergio Perez has admitted financial issues are holding back the compact squad, with the manufacturing of upgrades scheduled for the VJ M11 at Paul Ricard delayed. The Silverstone-based outfit retained 6th in F1's constructors' standings following France, but needs an injection of funds for a step in performance to catch McLaren ahead. We have had a couple of months that have been a bit tough, Perez said, but the team does pretty well with those situations. In the meantime, it's rumored negotiations are ongoing for a buyout with drinks brand Rich Energy and US-based Andretti Autosport, both said to be interested in acquiring the team. But Force India team principal Vijay Mallya, who has stepped down as a director of the squad, denied a takeover is imminent. Paul Ricard's return to the F1 calendar was not only an historic moment for the sport, but also for human rights. June 24 marking the end of a ban on women driving in Saudi Arabia. To celebrate the occasion, the Saudi Arabian Motorsport Federation's first female member, Asil Al-Hamad, got behind the wheel of the 2012 Lotus Renault E20, with the goal to inspire positive change.
I hope I can influence everyone around the world that nothing is impossible. So they can dream the impossible, because yes, we Saudi women, we were able today not just to drive an F1 car in France Grand Prix.
TheInsideLine.com for everything Formula One.